A cynic is a man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. A good friend will always stab you in the front. A grand passion is the privilege of people who have nothing to do. A man cannot be too careful in the choice of his enemies. A man's face is his autobiography. A woman's face is her work of fiction. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. America is the only country that went from barbarism to decadence without civilization in between. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Conscience and cowardice are really the same thing. Conscience is the trade name of the firm. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. Everything in the world is about sex except sex. Sex is about everything popular is wrong. I don't want to go to heaven. None of my friends are there. I think God, in creating man, somewhat overestimated his ability. I think it's very healthy to spend time alone. You need to know how to be alone and not be defined by another person. If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there is no use in reading it at all. Illusion is the first of all pleasures. It is absurd to divide people into good and bad. People are either charming or tedious. It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. Morality is simply the attitude we adopt towards people whom we personally dislike. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation. Never love anyone who treats you like you're ordinary. No good deed goes unpunished. One can always be kind to people about whom one cares nothing. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live. It is asking others to live as one wishes to live. Society often forgives the criminal. It never forgives the dreamer. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. The aim of life is self-development, to realize one's nature perfectly. That is what each of us is here for. The best way to appreciate your job is to imagine yourself without one. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. The world is a stage, and the play is badly cast. To get back my youth, I would do anything in the world, except take exercise, get up early, or be respectable. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. We are each our own devil, and we make this world our hell. Whenever people agree with me, I always feel I must be wrong. You don't love someone for their looks, or their clothes, or for their fancy car, but because they sing a song only you can hear. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. I can resist anything but temptation. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does, and that is his. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. The very essence of romance is uncertainty. Experience is simply the name we give our mistakes. Nowadays, people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. The books that the world calls immoral are books that show the world its own shame. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. To define is to limit.